For me, I can't remember what year it was. Maybe FIFA 19. Whenever we got the first footies after Team of the Season that was like incredible, I'd never had so much fun playing that game because it was like I've got access to all of the. Here's our first 83 by 20. We've got access to all of the best cards in the game. The objectives were really cool. The SBCs were really cool. You could infinitely build that 83 by 10 and effectively pack every single card. At least you got a double walkout in this 83 by 10. That's quite nice. You could infinitely, you could like pack everything. But because it was so close to the end of the game, you didn't really get burnt out from it, right? However, this year, thanks Leonard Powell. However, this year, we're almost hitting that sort of feeling very early. We've already had repeatable 83 by 10s. We've already had insane objectives, insane cards, insane SBCs. And so it's like, okay, we've got all of these things. That's cool because people do love them. It's just that we're stuck doing now the same thing in the same game modes for 12 months. With like, it's like we hit the massive team really quick. And then it's minor incremental improvements to your team over mass amounts of hours on the game. And that's what people get entirely bored of. And if they just had game modes that were more engaging and more enjoyable and repeatable for immediate returns, I don't think that there would be nearly as much frustrations in this game as there is. Right. Young Strauss. Progression was just too fast this game cycle. It has been too fast in general the last like 3 or 4 years, in my personal opinion, which is why the Road to Glories have got shorter and shorter every year, because it's just been way too easy to get a really good team and then way too hard to get the best team, right? Was that double Evo? Not a double Evo, sorry, a double walkout, yeah. Or another inform. Yeah, it was just like too easy to get the good team, the great team, way too hard to get the best team. And then nothing to do in between, nothing to do. And EA keep doing things that give like small fixes that in the moment feel really good. For example, when we got 83 by 10 repeatable 3 times a day during Thunderstruck, in the moment, that was brilliant, wasn't it? We did the Mbappe Player of the Month RTG where we completed him in 13 days from a brand new account. We was building 83 by 10s every day. I got to finish off every SBC that I wanted. I did the Icon SBC because of that, where I packed Pele. Like, in the moment, it was really good. Don't know what you mean by keep doing that. But in hindsight, it's actually terrible because it allowed people to get way too much, way too quick. Where are the 83 by 20s coming from? Yeah, the daily login, mate. The daily login. Oh, Donnarumma as the first walkout is nice. Bruno Fernandes. Hey, that's not a bad one. The double walkouts are nice on them. And do you know the hilarious thing, guys? Like how all these Team of the Years are like crazy expensive and crazy overpowered. And just in general, really, really good. When Team of the Season comes around and we start getting 3 Playstar pluses on players, they're going to be irrelevant. You've got your, who is it? Like, let's say Team of the Year Ronaldo. His Team of the Season card with 3 Playstar pluses is just going to put this one to absolute shame. Oh, damn, this guy's got tradable packs. Traders have 50% of Smith cards. Reckon? Day. That was Champs Rules, wasn't it? I miss Team of the Year being the peak of the power curve. See, I don't think the peak of the power curve should be coming like 4 months into the game cycle. But I also think that EA had an issue with having the peak of the power curve at the end of the game cycle, because why would you play the game until the end? And I actually saw it on an NBA 2K content creator first that was like, NBA 2K have changed the way they're doing things now because how come he's got an 83 by 20 there and then an 83 by 20 at the other side as well? Yeah, NBA 2K changed it because people were like, it was noticeable via the kind of like retention of users on the game that people weren't even buying the game at the start. They were instead playing the old game because that's when they had just got loads of really, really good cards. And then it's like, oh, new game, you're going back to using these crappy cards, right? So what they noticed was, and I guess with EA it's the same, what they noticed was, oh, that's a cracking pack, that. Lots of good fodder in there. What they noticed was people were playing the older game for longer and not buying the new game until way deeper in the game cycle because you could just catch up immediately and you don't have to sit there playing for months and months and months to only then have somebody who's just caught up. That's a cracking card, isn't it? That's only just started playing catch up, right? And so I wonder if EA are doing the same thing. They don't want people now to be like playing FIFA 23. Well, they don't want people to be playing FIFA at all, right? But they don't want people to be playing FIFA 23 4 or 5 months into FC 24 being released because the players that they got are so good. So what do they do to combat that? They have to give you really good players in FC 24. And then as a negative effect of that, we end up with situations like where we are now, where everybody has got an insane team, like an insane team, and nothing to do with it. Because once you get that really, really good team, right? Once you get there, you are left facing the daunting fact of the only thing you kind of got to do now is actually play the game. Right? And when people actually play the game, they realize that it's not a great game. And so they get bored of playing. Oh, that is a phenomenal pack for fodder. And so they get bored of playing the game. And then they stop playing the game. Oh, this guy's got more packs. Another 83 by 20 there. Nep, you are in the wrong one here. What do you mean I'm in the wrong one? What do you mean, Marcos? I'm in the wrong one. Bellingham, Messi, Mbappe, Lothar Matthäus. Look at that team, man. I might need to get that back line for my my RTG. It means you skipped an invite? I don't think I did. You skipped my party invite. What was your name, Guna Jamie? That Pajor, or is that Lever? It's Pajor. Double walkout, mind you. I'm surprised we haven't even seen a single honourable mention yet. I actually love that I can finally play with really good players after having years of having a weak team, so it's fun for me playing the game. And I absolutely understand that outlook as well. You cannot start a second Evo with an in-progress Evo anymore. Correct, yeah. That's bronze. And Hegerberg. These 89s coming in thick and fast. Love that. It's because the pack weight is heavy, Nep. Everybody and their dog and cat are opening these packs. You're right. You are right. That's Griezmann. Imagine paying 80 to 100 euros for a game and then almost from the beginning having 30, 40 pound packs. Yeah, I mean, we discussed this earlier, right? Like, that's certainly something that's very interesting. If the game was free to play, I don't think people would mind. But because the game isn't free to play, I think it's bonkers, like bonkers, how much they're... I was second from the bottom. Oh, my bad, Guna Jamie, if I must have deleted it by mistake. They're treating the store aspect of this game like a mobile game, like a free-to-play mobile game, where it is just monster pack after monster pack. But the thing that they're not doing, which you do get on FIFA Mobile, is on FIFA Mobile, for example, or FC Mobile, should I say, if you... was that an 84 by 20? An 8... What? Oh, my days. 84 is the highest rated... On FC Mobile, for example, if you was it you, the Here Gooners, I guess? If you buy something on the store, you get what you like. You can effectively buy the team of the year, right? You could just go and buy it, and I think that that should be the way it is, because you're spending money on the game. But could you imagine what this game would look like if you could actually buy team of the years from the store? Mine is the cone. It's decent. All right, we're nearly at you anyway. We'll do Zico now. 2K lets you buy players outright. They cost like $50 each. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, imagine if EA did that. Because then also you'd have the issue. You'd have like the thing to consider with that around let's say you buy like Player of the Month Mbappe for £50 or however many FIFA points would be equivalent to that, right? And then 1 month later, Player of the Month Mbappe gets released as a better card because he wins Player of the Month again, and they're charging another £50. People would lose their minds. And people are already losing their minds with the store, to be fair. But people would lose their minds if they did that. Egerberg? That's Ødegaard, isn't it? Martin Ødegaard. These packs are stinky, to be fair. They are stinky. You have to be a degenerate to buy a player to use for a year max? I don't think so. Because otherwise, even just playing this game at all, you have to be a degenerate to play this game at all, right? I think people are absolutely willing to spend money on entertainment. You know, you go out for a night with your friends at the bar and you spend £50, £100 on drinks. You could say that you have to be a degenerate to spend £100 on something that only lasts a night. You know, you go to the cinema with your tickets, your drink, your popcorn, you travel, maybe you have like lunch before or after. All of a sudden, before you know it, you spend 50, 60, 80 quid. You have to be a degenerate to spend 80 quid on something that only lasts a couple of hours, right? It's no different with like FC24. Like, going out with friends with a bar, you know what you're getting. But like you do also know what you're getting on FC24, right? You're getting a pack. You know what the packs contain as a minimum. You just don't know what they contain as a maximum. You still know what you're getting. But like judging people and calling them like specific names, or, you know, like painting them with a brush because they enjoy spending their disposable income on store packs in FIFA or FC24, I just don't think it's fair, because you could very simply go and spend that money elsewhere and it also be a quote-unquote waste of money, right? I don't think we should be like telling people that's not true. Opening a pack is a gamble and you know it. But here's the thing, Sam. If you go to the store right now and you buy that pack, you know what you're getting in it. You do. You just do. You might not like what you get in it. You might hope for getting better than what it guarantees you, but you know what you're getting in it. Whether or not it's gambling or not, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think that it's mind-blowing to me that EA are able to have this as a PEGI 3 game, especially Ultimate Team. No, you don't. Yes, you do. In an like this 82 by 20, I know for a fact this guy will get 20 82 or higher rated players. I know he will, because that's what it says. Similarly, going to the movies, you don't know what you're getting. If we're going to use this kind of like analogy, going to the movies, you don't know what you're getting, because you're just paying for the movie that you haven't yet seen. So you don't know what you're getting. You choose the movie you watch, though. You also choose the pack that you open in that scenario, right? What ridiculous comparison? It's not a ridiculous comparison. You guys just refuse to accept the fact that I've given you an analogy that you don't like, that that doesn't enable you to call people spending money on a video game for entertainment degenerates. That's what you don't like, right? Stop, it's a gamble. Right, but then when we use this terminology again, everything's a gamble. You going out to work today was a gamble with your life, right? Like, once you get into that regard, everything's a gamble. Are packs good? No. Should you spend money on them? Probably not. Right? However, if somebody has disposable income and wants to spend it on FIFA for their entertainment, to call them a degenerate just because it's not in line with what you personally do is just not okay. Now, are there problem gamblers and addictors, like people with addiction on this game? Absolutely. And that's why we're going back to the point, because you have to accept the fact that this is very much akin to gambling in that regard. That's why I'm very surprised that EA are able to get away with situation the way that it is. Casemiro and Kimmich, nice for the exchange, right? Or a packet will show you 5% for a team of the year. If you open 100 packs, you ain't getting one. I mean, you just don't know that, do you? Like, the way probabilities work, you might not get one, but you might get one. I'd happily spend a few quid on a surprise mechanic. Would probably spend more if I knew exactly what item I would get. Correct, but I think the I think the issue with like the way EA would handle that on game is that if you knew what you was getting, you would probably spend more than a little bit one time and one time only, whereas you're happy to spend little quite a lot of times on the Easter egg side of things, and that's how EA get you. Is 1% per pack, not 1% per 100 packs. You can have 1,000 packs and not get one. Yeah, absolutely. I was watching Nick, I can't remember if it was today or last night, and some guy was tried to proclaim that if you opened 100 packs that have a 1% chance of a team of the year, you actually have a 64% chance of a team of the year. And I was just losing my brain, man. Like, the thing is, like, people think you have 1% chance of packing a team of the year. So if you open 100 packs, you've effectively given yourself a 100% chance, because 100 times 1 is 100. So if you open 100 packs, you are guaranteed that one. But what they don't recognize is probability doesn't remember, right? You could flip a coin 1 trillion times in a row, and the 1,000,001st time, you will still have the exact same odds of heads and tails as the first time, the 50th time, the 100,000th time, the 500,000th time. You have the exact same odds. But people think that if you flipped head to tails 20 times in a row and it was heads every single time, people think that there is a greater chance of tails the 21st time because you flipped 20 heads in a row already. But there is not a greater chance of tails. It is still 50-50. However, the odds of flipping heads 20 times in a row are astronomical, right? But it means on average, if on average you open 100 packs, you get one. But this is where I come back again, Josh, to the whole, I don't know how EA get away with this, right? Because we don't know how many packs are being opened. We don't know how many players have already been pulled. We don't even know how many packs we've opened unless we data mine the web app. I don't understand how they get away with everything being covered with a blanket, apart from showing the odds, where the odds themselves are so they're just so meaningless. Because you got a 90% chance of getting an 88 plus. Okay, but which 88 plus? Because that's important. Oh, we've actually got a blue. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. No, it's not. But it's not a proper team of the year, mind you. I thought it was going to be Trent being an English right back. It is. Bam. Edison. Hey, better than a kick in the nuts, isn't it? Oh, that's out of a 3 as well. This is 82 by 20. Back-to-back blues, no chance. No chance. Is that bronze again? I didn't see who the... oh, no, it's De Jong. Double walkout, though. Be fair, I think you do have a 64% chance of a team of the year from 100 packs, 100%. Well, unfortunately, you're just wrong. Your 100th pack offers you a 1% chance. Because, like, again, right? If I gave you a bag full of 100 little balls and one of them's white, and you dip your hand into that bag and pull out a ball and it's black, and then you put that ball back in, and I jiggle it all around again and give you the bag back again, your chance of getting that white ball is still 1%. What chance do you have from 100 packs? You have 101% chances. For example, because like the way people are like trying to say why you have a 64% chance is the same way as saying if you buy 2 lottery tickets, let's say the odds of winning the lottery are 2 million to 1. If you buy 2 lottery tickets, you haven't now reduced your odds to 1 million to 1. You now just have 2 shots at 2 million to 1. You don't have a 1 million to 1 chance because you bought an extra ticket. Yeah, it did take a long time to see blue. Nep, please stop. You're wrong. No, I'm not wrong. The cumulative probability is 64%, but the packs don't have cumulative memory, brother. Every single pack is one pack in and of itself. It does not know what you got in the previous pack. It does not care what you got in the previous pack. It only knows what it contains in its own pack. I think your viewers skip school, but you can take multiple instances. That's why 64%, not 100%. I mean, guys, listen, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. It's painful how many of you think that it's right. You're just wrong. We aren't. You are. You are one. Not even. You're not even 1% wrong. You're a million. Well, if 100 of you say that, if I say that 100 of you wrong, does that mean I've got a 64% chance that you're actually wrong? You are wrong. No, you are wrong. Josh, I will literally die on this hill because I know for a fact I'm right. I know for a fact I'm right. If you open 100 packs, you have 100 chances of 1%. By the time you get to the 100th pack, you do not have a 64% chance of hitting a team of the year. If you open 99 packs in a row and didn't get a blue, do you think you have a 64% chance in the 100th pack to get a blue? Is that what you think? Because you don't. You still have a 1% chance. 100%, 100 chances at 1% is 64% cumulatively for at least one hit. That's all he's saying. But packs are not cumulative. They are single instances. They are not cumulative. The pack that you open the second time doesn't know about the pack that you opened the first time. It doesn't know. It doesn't know. It doesn't know if you've opened 1, 3, 5, or 5 million packs before it. It only knows about that one single pack. There we go. Comments are going to be great on this video, aren't they? Absolutely sensational.